Talking about career in law. Now, many students feel that they should have career in what is known as commercial law. Now, commercial law will include company law, it will include IPR. And students get fascinated because of this commercial law. I want to tell you with great deal of emphasis is that the number of cases falling in the category of commercial law in our country are not even 5%. 95% of the litigation is the mainstream litigation, that is namely traditional civil and criminal litigation, and the writ work, the work before the constitutional courts. It may be in the form of writ petitions, it may be in the form of quashing petitions under section 482 of CRPC, it may be in the form of revision applications. So please remember that in our country, the mainstream litigation is the one which is before the traditional courts. Now, traditional courts will include our trial courts and district courts, high courts and Supreme Court. Then many students feel that it is easier to get into a firm after they pass out. The reason is that when you get into a firm, you start getting income. You start getting reasonable income immediately. And many young students, they feel that they don't have background in the legal profession, and therefore they'll find it very difficult to initially survive in traditional legal profession and then to prosper. Here, I want to join issues with you. Yes, you are right that if you join firms, a law firm or any other firm, as I say, as a law officer, your income starts immediately. But you must remember one thing, that if you adopt a career in the firm, there are limitations on growth of your career. But if you join traditional legal practice, I can tell you from my own experience, I have been a lawyer for 20 years and a judge for more than 21 years. If you join traditional legal practice, you must remember one thing now. I have been attending conferences of chartered accountants, doctors. Everybody talks unanimously that legal profession is the most lucrative profession in our country. It's not a medical profession. It's not about the profession of chartered accountants or tax consultants. Legal profession is the most lucrative profession. If you join legal profession, traditional legal profession that is practiced before the traditional courts, initially, yes, you will face great deal of difficulties. But you must always remember one thing. If you are prepared to work hard, the work will come to you automatically. You must have read autobiography of Chief Justice M.C. Chagla, Roses in December. Justice Chagla has said that nothing succeeds in success like legal profession. Because once you succeed in legal profession, then you have to deal with various branches. Then you deal with cases of medical negligence, you deal with engineering contracts, you deal with intricate issues regarding accounting. So once you succeed in the profession, there is nothing like success in the legal profession. And those who have succeeded in profession, you must read their stories and you will know that everyone who has been successful, who was a first generation lawyer, he has seen very hard days in practice. I can give you several examples. First and foremost, I'll start with Nani Palkiwala. Nani Palkiwala belonged to a very ordinary family. His father had a small business. He had no background in legal profession. But look at Nani Palkiwala. He has given us a great judgment in the case of Keshavananda Bharati. I can give you several examples. Going back to Chagla's book, you must read that book. It's very interesting. Justice Chagla was junior to Muhammad Ali Jinnah, a father of Pakistan, as they call him. And Justice Chagla has mentioned in his book, Mr. Jinnah was practicing on the original side of the Bombay High Court. You know the system there. On the original side, the counsel are briefed by attorneys, solicitors. That's the practice. Practice continues for years together. So Justice Chagla used to sit in the chamber of Mr. Muhammad Ali Jinnah, and many solicitors used to come to him with some brief. Jinnah used to tell, no, it's very small matter, I won't accept. Then the solicitor used to ask him that, sir, can you suggest any name? Jina would never suggest name of his junior. And junior was none other than Mr. Chagla. In the book, Justice Chagla has mentioned that at one point of time, he faced prospects of starvation, but he continued. He continued very diligently, and he became one of the most successful lawyers in Bombay High Court. And as you all know, he became judge at very early age, and ultimately, he was the first Indian Chief Justice of any High Court. On 15th of August 1947, he became the Chief Justice of Bombay High Court. So there are many inspiring stories. So please don't be under impression that because you don't have legal background, you will not succeed in traditional legal profession. There are enough opportunities in traditional legal profession. And I have been discussing with young law students. If you join a company or a firm, I'm not talking about law firm, as a law officer, maybe initially you feel that yes, you have good salary, reasonable salary, good perquisites. But then as you grow old, you continue to be only law officer. Perhaps your destination may get changed. Instead of law officer, they'll call you a law manager or chief executive officer law, or some enhancement you get in your pay, but you continue to be ultimately a law officer. And then meanwhile, you will find that your friends who have joined bar, they prosper in 7 years or 8 years. So my appeal to you is that please think of joining legal profession.